No, 0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I moved.
Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No, 0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you.
This is Cynthia Ortiz. These are the Charles Perry Stalker Podcasts. It is September 1st, 2022. And Mr. Perry has typed in my phone, I'm coming. No. Again, you act like you have no fucking idea what I just said last night. Again, your reaction is a fail. What I said is leave me alone. Get out of my phone. Stop bothering me. Stop contacting me. Stop contacting my family. Stop causing problems. You've caused division in my family that wouldn't be there if it weren't for you. I don't want you here. I'd never invited you here. I never would have taken you around my family. You're bothering me. I've asked you to stop it for a decade. So last night, when you take something from me, it's almost like they take something from you. That's not the intent, but it's kind of turned out that way, hasn't it? You asked for it. All you had to do is leave me alone. You had to type in my phone. I can't. I feel. I think. I want to talk. Listen, I don't want to hear it. Everybody's sick of hearing it. He waddles in the room and, makes us be cruel and weird, and we're all tired of it. We don't want to be cruel and weird. Like him. You're a sadist. If you watch the news, people don't like suffering. They don't like human suffering. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with you? Normal people don't like human suffering. They don't like it. Did you see everybody celebrate the shooters? All the mass shootings or 9/11? Did you see people celebrate that, sir? No. You saw people get very upset with the person who caused the suffering. You had soldiers putting on the bombs they dropped on Osama bin Laden and Saddam Hussein. Fuck you. Right? Stick the suffering up your ass. Here we come. That's how normal society, normal thinking people see it. And you get told on because everybody's sick of you. I don't want you to come. That's not what I said. You need to keep up with everybody else, fucktard. I said leave me alone, just like she did. I moved twice, just like she did. What the fuck is wrong with you that you can't understand what people say to you? You have Huntington's disease? Go see your shrink. Go see your doctor. Go call your nurse and leave me alone. I don't want you here. That's the problem. That's the whole problem. You're here. You're not invited. You came here. You're causing problems. You're causing drama. You're bothering me. You're causing one loss after another, and everybody hates you for it, just like they did bin Laden. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Everybody wants to just be left alone. Leave everybody alone. Do you understand what I'm saying? Call your nurse. This is heinous.
Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Stop following me.
You won't call the cops.
Stop. I don't. Stop stalking me. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I moved.
Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes.
No,
leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone.
Do you see that? Look how everybody else reacted to it.
Leave me alone. Please.
Just talk to me for 2 minutes. First, let me say that I'm happy that the lady in this video is okay. Second, let me break down.
People are happy when I'm okay. They're worried about me when I'm not. Why would they be? They're not sick, twisted sadists like you. You just get a little sick, fucked up thrill bothering me all day and causing one loss after another. Do you get some sort of weird, sick thrill from that, Mr. Perry? Every time you do it, you get told on. You get caught. It's never happened to any of your other victims, but it's happening when you do it to me. Every time you do it to me. What is this? He called her family and said the wedding's been postponed. And I think by now they know there's not going to be one. Really? There's not even been a date. I've done everything I can do to get away from you. I kept my mouth shut, but to a few close friends, for 4 years. Then I moved again. You didn't need a cover-up. All you had to do was leave me the fuck alone. You're trying to frame me for this and frame me for that and do that second false arrest and go into court and lie and lie and lie. That means I'm telling the truth, or you wouldn't try to force me to lie or smear my name or try to, subjugate. You and your violent subjugation. You get a thrill from that, don't you? You got mommy issues or something? Every time you cause me the loss of something, they get me, we get something. Because you piss everybody off. Normal people don't like hardship, stress, suffering, anxiety, fear, and being threatened all the time. When you're in jail, we don't have to deal with that anymore. We don't have problems getting information. You do. Nobody will tell you fuck, will they? You need to get a grip on reality. You got to disconnect. When we get that information, what do you think it's for? To put you in jail. So you can't do this crap anymore to anybody else. You caused division in my family. Boy, everybody got mad. You caused me an hour of my time last night and a whole bunch of money, and boy, everybody got mad. Don't come. I don't want you here. That's the problem. You are here and you won't fuck off. You're a stalker. And everybody's glad when I'm okay, and they're not glad when I'm not. You take something from me, it's almost like they're taking something from you. We start quoting you, right, Pedro? Right, Muffin Man?
What rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. It doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.
I don't want to talk to you. You know what? Everybody's sick and tired of you need a lie. Everybody's sick and tired of you wanting, you needing, you thinking, shut up. Just shut up. You know what everybody's worried about? Why I don't have a place to live anymore. Why I've lost everything I own. Why you're making me broke and might stay in jail when we all know there's no fucking way he did that murder. He couldn't have. Everybody hates you, the same as they hated Bin Laden, same as they don't like the people that go around shooting everybody. And Mayor Bynum said everybody came in and asked me, what can I do to help? That's normal society. You don't fit in. A society is defined by what we do with the monsters among us. And it isn't letting them run rampant and say what they think. And I'm coming. Yep, nope, you're not. You come, you'll get the fuck beat out of you. You stay away from me. Whack job. Stay the fuck away from me. And my family. You've caused fights in my family that wouldn't have happened had you not been butting in and bothering and butting in and bothering. And you know how many times I've called my son and badmouthed his dad to him? Never. Never. When he lived with me and there were things I had to discuss with him because he couldn't get what he wanted or needed, then I would talk to him about what you were doing and what my ex-husband said or did. Otherwise, since he's left home, never has there been a day when I call him up and badmouth his dad to him. It is pathetic. It is pathetic. I could have had my parents arrested for interfering with custody of a child they had no legal authority to do shit. I chose not to, so that I wouldn't inflame the situation to have a conflict. You did what you did to all your victims. What our witness says, he trolls women. He's a sex weirdo, a sadist. He gets off on hurting women. He hates women. Where's Jackie when you call my family up and say something about a wedding? What the fuck is that? There's not going to be even a date. You got to make people like you first. And you've made everybody hate your guts. That's what happens when you cause suffering. People don't like problems. They don't like drama. They don't like suffering. And when you cause it, they're not going to like you. Duh. Everyone else knows that. Why don't you? No means no. No means no. You weren't invited here? I don't want you to come. Why the fuck would you type that in my phone? I'm coming. I want to talk. Yeah, I don't want to hear it. You know what everybody else wants? You to fuck off. You don't have a cover-up because you didn't. You continue to bother me and take and bother me and take and bother me. So when we quote you, you asked for it. You fucking asked for it. All you had to do is leave me the fuck alone. I don't like you. Move on. I guess you guys had me trafficked. This whole wedding thing you told my family. Do they know about Jacqueline, your wife? Do they know about Jacqueline, your wife? I'm not into you. You're not sexy. You're weirdo. You're creepy and you're cruel. People don't like that. Do you see BTK? Oh, everybody, let's make BTK the hero. Nope. Everybody hates him for what he did. They care very much for the victims. That's normal society. That's normal. Sir, you're not normal. You creep me out. You make me want to hit you because you're cruel. So don't come near me because I will hit you. On top of that, I'm not going to wait to see if you got a syringe or a chloroform rag. I'm getting kidnapping threats. You can't just go kidnap her. We can't hire a hitman right now. We heard you guys talking about more than once. Let's starve her. Then she'll go voluntarily back to Texas with her ex-husband. Then we can do more to her. We were recorded talking about. Nobody will tell you who has those recordings, no matter how much money you throw out there, will they? Everybody's sick of you. How you think and you need a lie and what you want doesn't factor into any decision that we make, Mr. Perry. None. You know what factors into the decisions that we make? How do we eliminate the threat? He's a threat to society. How do we eliminate that threat? How do we get enough evidence to bury all of them? And they don't get out of jail. We don't need to make a deal with anybody. They're just gone. They're in jail. We go to trial. That's it. 99% chance of getting a conviction and no appeal. How can we make that happen? That's the only thing on our minds 24/7. Do you understand me? You better start listening and keeping up with everybody else. No one cares what you think. That factors into nothing. No one cares how you feel. That factors into nothing. You were going to traffic me, is what you did. And your little bullshit to my family is a con. And you got caught when you did it to me. It's been that way for 7 years. And you continue to go at it, even though you get caught every time you do it to me. So you chose that. It must be what you want. It has to be what you want. You have to want to get caught to continue going at the same person every day that makes it where you get caught. For 7 years. It's not been a day. It's not been a week. It's not been a month. It's been almost a decade. Every day we quote you. We can't kidnap her. We heard that this morning. I told you, when you fuck with me, we get more. Cause and effect. We get it before you do it. Not after. Before and after. It's different when you do it to me than it is with your other victims, but it's the same every time you do it. Are you that stupid? You can't get cause and effect, same and different before and after? A 2-year-old can get it. How embarrassing. The problem is you're stalking me. So no, we don't want you here. Don't type in my phone, I'm coming. I don't want you to come. I've said that repeatedly. Our shrink is certain you've got Alzheimer's. She has to say the same thing over and over and over and over. Golly. That's how everybody else sees it. And like this guy.
That's okay. I don't care.
Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, men. Leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumb ass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior, and you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public, it doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her, and you need to leave her alone. And this is Bacon.
That's okay. I don't.
Stalking is a felony. It's for you, it's federal. Hacking is a felony. Peeping is a felony. Witness tampering is a felony. Right? Coercion is a felony. And to starve her into a lie. We'll just starve her so she has no choice but to go back to Texas with her ex-husband, where we can do more to her. Because we trafficked her, and he already took half the money up front, and he can't make delivery. Right? You're caught when you do it to me. Our witness says he trolls women. He puts hidden cameras in their home when they're not there, and he starts broadcasting them out all over the internet, all over the world. It sells watch time. They don't know there's a camera. They're all sex sadists, him and his partners. So they cause problems. They cause job loss. They cause income loss. Family conflicts. He'll have these women's families berate them. I've been saying this forever. I'm repeating myself again. And then, so they get, he gets them fired. Then he'll spoof websites. So they'll think they're applying for a job somewhere, and they're not. They're filling out a form on his spoofed website. They can't figure out why nobody calls back. Then they lose their home. Then he has the ex take the kids away. Did he do that to Cynthia? And my guy goes, he did or had her parents do it. And he goes, I'm glad somebody's finally putting a stop to it. I'm sick of sleeping with one eye opened. That guy's a sick man. I wish I could unhear what he told me. He is a sick man. I couldn't believe it. Wanted a handout. Wanted money. Yep, that's how you owe me $1,000 a day for getting entertained using my body without my consent, plus $2,000 a day for doing it without my consent. You owe the money. I don't want your byline money. I've gotten bribed. I've gotten threatened. He always comes at you with a threat and a bribe. I'll make it worth your while if you do this illegal thing for me. And if not, I'll make you lose your job. I'll have you false arrested like I did her and Mike. I'll do this to you. I'll do threats and bribes, threats and bribes, threats and bribes. Everybody's sick of the stress you're making. So we don't have problems getting information. You do. We get very, very specific information as to what your plans are. Kidnap me, murder me, false arrest me, frame me for a murder. There's been about 3 of those. To do a jewelry scam. Give her jewelry. Then when starve her. Then she'll go to a pawn shop to pawn the jewelry. We'll get our own possession of stolen property. But the thing is first of all, it was a gift. I didn't steal shit. Second of all, it wasn't even worth anything, so a pawn shop wouldn't take it. I didn't take it in. I took a picture of it. My guys took it to their guy. Right? Isn't that what you were trying to do? Let's find a way to false arrest her again. My ex-husband knew you were trying to do that. He's the first person I told. You're going to sleep on the street, or you're going to come to Texas, just like you told him to say. Yep. So, the little stunt you pulled last night, we got your truck talking about can't kidnap her. We can't hire a hitman right now. So, you got caught again today. And last night. Everybody's sick of you. Everybody's sick and tired of you. And what you think and how you feel. And I need a lie. Doesn't factor into our decisions. Our decisions are about stopping the threat that you are to a nice, normal, civilized society where everybody's happy until you come around and fuck it up. Until you come around and make a mess. Cause a problem. Because you get a sick, fucked up thrill. This is how everybody else sees it.
Leave me alone. I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, men, leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything, you don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them, especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior, and you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her, and you need to leave her alone. And this is bacon.
Now, the witness says Mr. Perry will starve these women to death, blow up their families, and he'll rake it in. So what is that? You're advertising for how you sell women? Huh? You traffic them? Yeah, you're getting caught now because you did it to me. You still don't understand what that means, do you? Yeah, you fucking have no idea, do you? You see this? This was the first time, and it's been every day since. And this is 2015. He's gonna false arrest me to coerce me because I'm telling the truth, and he wants me to lie. And then you did it here, right? Here. You have to file a police report in the state of Oklahoma to get a protective order. If somebody's threatening you with death and false arrest, you need a fucking protective order, don't you? You gotta file a police report or you can't get one. My first one was denied because I forgot the fucking police report. I brought the case number and the officer's name, and that wasn't enough. Marler versus Clower. He was right, and I was, I'm getting death threats from your guy David Robertson. Are you giving me arsenic and phenobarbital? I'm getting sick at work. Yeah. Let your life fade away. Let your life fade away? Are you shitting me with that? Those guys in Manford are going, you know how many times I've told a woman, let your life fade away? Never, because it's weirdo. I can't promise it won't stop without death and destruction, because I'm the hitman. That's what I was hired to do. Make you be gone. Because you know too much. My doctor says she's intelligent and articulate and scared to death of Charles Perry. Scared for her and her family. So I filed a police report here on the 21st. They have me arrested, just like they were threatening to, on the 29th. Not charged in Oklahoma, in Lubbock, filing a false police report in retaliation for a public servant doing his job as a senator. Mr. Perry's unable to identify his legislative duties. Murder in the first degree is not that. Attempted murder is not that. Battery, assault, not that. So, assault with a deadly, not part of your legislative duties, sir. They obstructed justice, see? Now, look when the detective calls. 15th of February. I was arrested on the 29th of January. Went in there. Did they properly collect my evidence, like blood, to analyze it to see if it had arsenic in it? Yep, there wasn't any blood test. Mr. Powell had no intention to go into trial. You guys were just trying to intimidate me. Make me lie. Because otherwise, if he had intended to go to trial, he would have made sure there was a blood test. If you didn't give me a poison, you had to make sure there was a blood test. So you could go hold your little drama queen press conference. See, she lied. Oh, everybody feel bad for me. I'm a victim. She lied, see? Is it difficult for you to understand me because I don't speak hillbilly? I mean, you act like you have no fucking idea what I'm saying. I mean, this is stuff I've already said. And the repeat is getting on everybody's last nerve. One time is all you should have to say it. You need to start keeping up with everybody else. So they dismissed the charges, but it was a year and a half. In the meantime, I didn't get a blood test. Nobody saw Dave's text. Right? Nobody collected those until I was already out. I mean, it was already done. The arrest had already been made. So our guys, Tulsa police, were very disappointed. They let that happen. They didn't have to. They allowed it. Thinking you'd get him on the obstruction and the destruction of my evidence and the perjury. Where's the political vendetta? What's the fucking issue? To this day, Mr. Perry's not named one issue or presented one text or one email or one Facebook rant or anything directed at him about a political vendetta, beef. That I would think up a stalker story, not tell anybody but a few close friends for 4 years, move, then move again, then say something. I didn't go to the media with it. I went to his guy with it. The few friends that knew, most of them didn't live in Texas. They weren't your voters. It's like you think you matter politically. And, I would just make up some story. First of all, you don't matter. Second of all, you know good and well I didn't make up a story. You know good and well you're stalking me. So you're the liar. And if I wasn't telling the truth, you wouldn't be trying to make me lie. So that's what I had told my ex-husband. Now watch. I mean, this is pathetic. Then here's the cover-up negotiation. Like he said, I've seen bond conditions. These aren't bond conditions. This is a cover-up negotiation. Mr. Perry allowed his name to be put in my bond conditions. An agreement, an admission of guilt, an agreement to stop. Mr. Perry is not to contact her. Provision number 1 right there. He is not to contact her again. He agreed to stop contacting me. And he's doing it anyway. The second my feet hit old Oklahoma dirt, he's typing in my phone. I was hoping you would ask for me. Oh my God. Get the fuck out of my phone. Get the fuck out of my phone. So, here's the next thing. You see this video here, TPD, connecting the dots. That's what you're supposed to do with a stalking complaint. Not hand it right over to the offender and then not prosecute obstruction of justice, destruction of evidence, and perjury. So, you caused delays. And a cop was killed because of it. So, we're doing the work, just so in case you missed that. I can't play the whole video. They get me on copyright. I'm showing the video who made it, but I guess they don't like that. Anyways, if you watch this video here, the use of technology to stalk, it talks about stalkers using the technologies available. It's easier to stalk. You can put a hidden camera in somebody's house. You can hack their phone. Clone their phone. Perry cloned mine. You can do a search on mine. You won't find anything. You do a search on his. It's on his phone. He cloned it. But my guys are in that. So they sit there and watch everything he does on my computer and my phone, including hang up DoorDash orders that I could actually make money on. We also hear y'all talking about getting your guys to order. Why won't she get from Chipotle? Why won't she order from Chipotle? Why? I don't know why. I thought we went over that. First of all, because your guys are ordering from Chipotle. Second of all, they take too fucking long to get the order ready. I don't have time. The customers don't want to wait for their food. You have your guys who have a doorbell camera. Because you're going to take pictures of me everywhere I go, just working, to prove you're not stalking, right? Like the Hillbillies do. Hillbilly cover-up. Is that why you don't understand me? Because I don't speak Hillbilly? It's embarrassing. You guys are fucking embarrassing. You see that? Mr. Perry, March 2020, Mike Neely didn't kill Chief Miller. You got the wrong guy. He was drugged. Didn't get tested. He didn't. He got tested, but not in time. Sure shit. I've seen it before, and that's after. The McNamara email I just showed you was before my false arrest by months. So, are you not getting simple things 2-year-olds can understand? Same and different, before and after, cause and effect. You take something from me, my guys get something from you like that, don't they? You're okay with that, I guess, because you keep doing it. That's Officer Neely's arrest report. Doesn't have a mark on him. A red swollen right hand. Point out for me his injuries. He's got an IV in his right hand. But it's not all bruised like he hit somebody. Point out for me the marks on this man that looks like he was even in a fight. Much less one that resulted in internal decapitation. Hit his head back and forth so hard his head came off his body. And he's got not a mark on him. Yep. You pissed a lot of people off the longer he's sitting in jail. The more we get. You take something from us, we take something from you. Like you were trying to figure out how to kidnap me this morning. Again. Thousands of recordings of you guys planning a crime against me. Talking to my family. Threatening my family. Telling my family what to say to me. What they can and can't do. Tell Ernest not to help her. She'll hunker down and won't go anywhere. We need her out, door dashing so we can piss her off, making sure she doesn't make any money, and getting pictures with our buddies with the doorbell camera. It's an algorithm, and there's a big old long video on that we just put out too. That's on YouTube about algorithms. You can't choose the driver. You can't do it. Only way you can do it is if you hack. So you're going to take pictures of me working, doing normal stuff normal people do, not bothering anybody at all, trying to feed myself. And then You want to use that to prove you're not stalking me. It's all in Oklahoma, and you supposedly live in Texas. And you've come up here and lived a pretend life and told everybody you're some big important senator, and you're nothing. You're in one of the smallest districts in the states, 86% Republican. A monkey could do your job, literally. Call Michael Quinn Sullivan and ask him how I'm supposed to vote. And that's how you vote, and you win. You win. That district is not of interest to anybody. It's not. It's not volatile enough, and it's too small. So to the rest of the planet, it doesn't. You might as well not be there. It's literally like that. I was a political consultant. I know exactly what people are looking for when a district is up for grabs, when a district is a target. And I mean, I've seen senators and congressmen and state guys come and go and come and go. I mean, but the lobbyists stay. Lobbyists are always there. You guys come and go. Somebody like you, it's such a small district and such a one-sided district, you might as well not be there. So you come up here and people here don't know that. And you got your entourage. And you walk around telling them you're important. And you know how I know? They told me out in Manford. He's a senator. And I'm like, yeah. And so he's important. No, he's not. Who told you that? He did. He told you he's important. Yeah. Oh my God. Wow. Nope. He's not. He might as well be a dog catcher. He's not from here. Doesn't legislate in Oklahoma. Doesn't know which state he legislates in. Can't identify his legislative duties. Stalking isn't part of it. Attempted murder isn't part of it. Fraud upon a court isn't part of it. So a reporter tells us, had they done what she said in March 2020 and helped Michael get home, and she continued to assert they killed Chief Miller, we would have thought she was crazy. Wrong, if not crazy. But that's not what they did. Now we have 4 fraud cases, fraudulent court proceedings. 4 of them. 3 on her civil and 1 on this. Because I've not been in one court hearing yet where you overcame my evidence. Not one. Not one. So, you know, you go in there by yourself. You play Candyland against yourself and you think you win. Everybody laughs at you. Literally laughs at you. And then they did it on a murder trial of a police officer. So you're not going to get help. You're off your nut. You are off your fucking nut. If you got a couple of guys here helping you, that's not, you know, they're the exception, not the rule. And they have to live with that. That's the legacy they pass to their kids. So we have, this reporter, like, if there was no sign that she's being coerced, if she weren't starving right now and kicked out of her house, homeless, because he made that happen to punish her, to retaliate, to try to get, subjugate her and coerce her to lie. So he types in my phone, I want you to sign an affidavit. I'm not signing an affidavit for you. I'm not. I've been in part of the team catching every fucking thing you do that you hid all your life. You think I'm going to help you now? Why would I do that? You're about to go to prison. You're fucking about to go to prison. This is over. The nightmare's over. So why would I do that now? You're desperate. You're fucking desperate and pathetic. Why would I do that? Why would I lie for you? Everybody knows when you cause such a drastic loss in someone's life, and then I change my story, I'm lying. After you made me lie. But before that, I'm telling the truth. You think people are stupid? They're not. You have a disconnect in your head that you can't put stuff like that together. Everyone else can. Charles, don't contact me. I don't like it. Why do you do stuff I don't like? Yeah, when you do stuff I don't like, we get more. Things like, peep and poke and type and all the weird shit. You're a creepy little fuck. So, you're not sexy. You're not hot. You're not Casanova. You're just fucking creepy, and you're a fucking weirdo, and you're fucking nasty cruel. And when you do it to me, I have help. So they nail your ass. They go apeshit on y'all. You take something from me, they take something from you. It's not meant to be like that, but that's kind of how it's been. What it's been like is, let's collect all the evidence we can, lock that bitch up, and then you can't hurt people anymore. We can tell the victims you're safe now. We caught the bad guy. Charles, shut up. You shut up. You can't help yourself, can you? You can't control yourself at all, can you? You're pathetic. So this was another recording, sir. Who is that said this? Point out for me the marks on him that looked like he was in a fight. Who's in that conversation? Was it Mr. Powell and somebody? The same two people that said, Mr. Powell, I think Mr. Perry's something's wrong with him. Because he's talking about her family like he thinks that's his family. That is not his family. That's our family. He's been seen in Oklahoma with an entourage telling people she's a threat to him. Do you know anybody that goes away from the home of safety in another state to the threat and they can't get him to leave? The fucker won't leave. And then the next minute he's telling everybody that's his wife and he's got this forged marriage license. And he's telling her family, we'll have a wedding. Well, she won't even talk to you. How are you going to have a wedding? We're going to starve her into it. We just need to, tough love, carrot in the stick. Every illegal bullshit no normal person can even think of. Same two people? Is that who it was? I mean, I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. Then you got these. He's going to use me as a test case before the Supreme Court. He's going to harass the hell out of me and then claim he's being harassed when he's told on. Right here. And then you had, I think Judge Kirkendall tell you, I need you to leave her alone for a couple of weeks so I can rule out provocation and entrapment. Looks to me like you're doing all the instigating. She's just telling people what you're doing. That's not a crime. You're not being harassed. You're getting told on. You don't get a date. You're getting told on. And yet you do the same thing every day that gives you those results. So don't tell us that's not what you want. It has to be what you want. If it wasn't what you want, you'd stop. Certainly after it happening every day for 7 years. You don't get a date. I don't want you to come. I want you to fuck off. I've made that very clear. Fucktard. I've made it very clear. I don't want any contact from you. What you think and what you want and what you need factors into nothing. We're all sick of hearing it. We're all sick of hearing it. We need you to leave us alone. We need you to fuck off. Okay? You come up here and you stir up trouble, and you've made everybody hate you. So, when you get told on and quoted, you asked for it. You fucking asked for it. This is evidence of premeditation. How did you know we coaxed Mike to Pensacola like we're trying to coax Cynthia to Texas? Who are the other victims? Which ones are talking? And I know, by the way, you've been subpoenaed. You're a witness. I'm going to tamper with you anyway. Yeah, okay, whatever. He's getting to my mail. He was getting my mail. So our guys are like, he's going to make it where you can't do your appeal. He's going to get in your mail. So I want you to mail well, this is good too, but I'll show that in a minute. I want you to mail the amended and the DOR to this Tulsa County. Don't walk it in. It's going to cost you a little bit more, but do it anyway because I need that on the record. I need it on the record for my case. We're showing intent. We're showing intent right here with this. So mail it and make the receipt an exhibit. Exhibit F is the receipt. Do you see what I'm saying? You have no idea what you're dealing with. Not a clue. Or you'd be shitting yourself and you'd never bother me again. This one. He told us he wanted us to get her on harassment. It became pretty clear pretty quick. He's doing the harassing, not her. She didn't bother anybody. She didn't call us. They never shut up. They called us constantly. Was that Lucky and Mike? I don't know. Look at that date on that. Before my false arrest of January 29th. January 4th, I hadn't even filed the police report yet of the 21st. A false arrest of my murder is not going to prove that he's not stalking me. It's going to prove he is. Yeah, you don't know, it's different when you do it to me. It's different when you do it to me. I'm Chief Hall's granddaughter. I'm Cynthia Hall, Chief L.M. Hall's granddaughter. His belief was you relieve suffering caused by crime. And it's been my great pleasure and my great honor to be the one to make you, Mr. Criminal Charles Perry, have a new normal. You have no idea. It's worth sleeping in my car. It's that important to me. It is that important to me to continue on his legacy. You see, he had something similar happen to him. And look whose name is on the front door of that police department where he served as chief. His. And nobody remembers who the other guy was. And his legacy is not for sale. It is my great pleasure to be the one and the only victim. Well, it wasn't supposed to be that I was becoming a victim, but you made it that way, so you know how we do. You know, we always do something to catch your crime with what you do criminally to me. I'm happy to be the one to make you have a new normal. I'm happy to be that one person. And this was what he believed. It is lawmen and women are called to relieve suffering caused by crime. And in my opinion, in every fucking police department all over this country, when you walk in the building, there ought to be something all across the wall that says, "You're safe now." And have this right underneath it to remind a cop why he's supposed to be a cop. It isn't so you get an adrenaline rush. It isn't so you feel power. It isn't because you got beat up as a little kid and now you're going to grow up and become a cop so you can bully everybody else. It is to relieve suffering caused by crime. Power is in serving. Serving. What can I do to you, for you today so that your day goes better and you're not suffering? Not what can I, how many people can I bully so I go, write a bunch of tickets. Some of them, probably half of them didn't even have it coming. And so that I, could make up for all the whatever I went through when I was a kid. Bullshit. Or I need an adrenaline rush or whatever. Some of the stuff I've heard cops say, I'm like, oh my, you are not in the right business, dude. You're fucking not in the right business. What this job is for a cop is you are relieving suffering caused by somebody's crime. Crime results in a loss. And a lot of times a catastrophic one, like the loss of life. It's loss of property, it's loss of privacy, it's loss of life, it's loss of safety, it's loss of something. Peace. It's illegal, Mr. Perry, to do what you do because people don't like it when you do that. So they're not going to like you. It didn't occur to you. People aren't going to like you. This is what being a cop is about right here and nothing else. Relieve the suffering caused by the crime. Relieve it. Take off that heavy. That's your job. And there is no other thing about being a cop. It's that right there. There is nothing else. There's no other reason to be a cop but that right there. And if you're a cop for any other reason, get the fuck out of it. Because you're pulling everybody else down. The bad ones ruin it for the good ones. If you don't think that's true, look at what happened with Derek Chauvin. That was one fucking dude. One fucking dude does not speak for or represent law enforcement as a whole. It blew my mind that everybody's making it all whole. It's not. Every fucking industry has good and bad. There's good waiters and bad waiters. There's good doctors and bad doctors. There's good hairdressers and bad hairdressers. There's good cops and bad cops. But it takes that one to give everybody a bad name. And cops are in a position of authority, and you abuse the authority, people start turning against you, and that is exactly what they did. Defund the police. Defund them. And my fear is that you didn't learn it. You hit the snooze button and you went back to sleep and right back to the old ways. And it's going to happen again, and that'll result in the defunding of police, and we don't need that. It didn't work when they tried to do it in Minneapolis, and it won't work. It's not going to work ever. You can do money. You can put money. I wrote an article on my blog, juiceboxweekly.com. When you take money from policing and you put it into mental health, it's great. That's fine. You should put money into mental health, no question. But the cure rates are not high enough to justify defunding police. That we take one and switch it over to the other. But you do need to weed out the bad cops, no question. Weed them out. They're ruining it for the good ones. The bad ones are ruining it for the good ones. And there are bad ones. And there are good ones. And the part does not represent the whole. It doesn't. There's 40 good cops helping me every day, Mr. Perry. They got me the McNamara email. They told me this morning you're talking about trying to kidnap me. That you've sex trafficked me. That you've told my family there's going to be a fucking wedding. Really? Surely they did not believe you. Surely they didn't believe you. The guy said, if all you have to do is sign somebody's name to a piece of paper that you watch on TV, I'm married to Jennifer Aniston. If she doesn't even have to like me. What a wackadoo. Wacky Jackie, I think he called you. So, my granddad put his hand on me when I was a little bitty, and he never took it off. I believe he's floating right above me, watching me all the time. I truly believe that. I mean, I don't talk to ghosts or anything. I'm not like a ghost whisperer, but I mean, I think sometimes that people who die get to watch over us. I just think that. When we all really die, then we'll know for sure. But until then, I want to believe my granddad just hovers around me all the time. And that he just, he definitely lived a good life that would be representative of someone that I want to be like, in the way that his character and his morals and his ethics and his principles were carried out in his day-to-day activities and his day-to-day life. It wasn't just something he talked about, he did it. Yeah, he actually lived it. And you don't see that very often. Look at that from last night. Charles Perry waddles in here. He's fat. Are you fat? I haven't seen Mr. Perry in a long time. I don't want to see him. I don't like Google the guy or anything. There was one time when I got home and I was preparing information for court. I needed the statistics of the voting thing in Lubbock to show that he's not the victim of a political vendetta. He doesn't matter. And if you were in Dallas or something, it may be different, but in where you are, it doesn't matter. You're fucking not relevant. And all my campaign donations went to Republicans. I was raised Republican. I'm still a Republican, except I haven't even voted since 2012. Not even voted. Just get away from you. Just to get the fuck away from you. You ruined my career. I had a great career. I had a great life until you came in and made it unfun and ruined it and fucked it up. I should have a house about paid for by now. I'm sleeping in my car for the first time in my entire life. My son tells me, you're spiraling downward. And I'm like, oh, am I? When's the last time you even saw me? You don't know. You better start getting your facts before you just run your mouth, kiddo. And you don't have your facts. You don't know shit. It'll come out later, and then you're going to look like a buffoon. Young son, grasshopper. You need to learn how to keep your mouth shut until you know all the facts. Then you can talk. Your dad called you and did an emotional dump on you, and that was very inappropriate. You don't call a grown-ass man, you go to therapy. You do not call a kid who needs to be focused on starting his life out and do an emotional dump on him. And I don't even have words for that. They got me this in jail, Mr. Perry. So when I tell you, I mean, this is you. You're the butt in here, and you cause fear and sadness. This is very specific to me, sir. Fabian was the man that he's the man that gave me hope. You butt in. What are the chances his name is right there in a puzzle I bought in jail? That made my heart sing. That made me happy. My friends would hear me laugh again and not be constantly screaming, get away from me, like that chick is yelling at that guy Neil. Constantly. Stop contacting me. Stop contacting me. Get out of my phone. Get out of my life. Get away from me. They want to hear that end, so they're working hard. They want to wrap this up. You're gone. Your problems, your drama, your loss, your hardships, your stress goes with you. And your little dolly, your little blow-up doll. You're fat now. He waddles in and treats us all like crap. Makes us be cruel and weird, and we don't want to. We really fucking don't want to. Most people aren't like you. They're not wired all twisted and weird and fucked up. Somebody with a lot of power got that to me in jail. A lot of power. More in their pinky toe than you'll ever have. It's very, very specific to me, isn't it? So when I tell you, get the fuck out of my life or they'll do it for you. What part of that are you having a hard time understanding? Mr. Perry, get the fuck out of my life or the guys that got me that puzzle will do it for you. And you will not like how they do it. But remember, when I quote you, you did ask for it. You asked for it. Don't say you don't like getting told on. You absolutely, there's no way that's true. You're never going to get a date. You've never gotten a date. You're pathetic. You're not good enough for me. You're not man enough for me. You're very prissy. Very prissy. I'm not lesbian. I'm not lesbian. I have a friend who's all out trans. He's a friend. I don't date him. And he's honest. He's real. He's trans. Why don't you just trans over if you want to act like a little girl? Because you're pissing everybody off. I'm going to take her car away from her. I'm going to take her home away. We got to get her back to Texas where we can do more to her. The guys that got me that, they'll do it for you. Princess, cuckoo bird. You tried right here. Didn't you? Charles, shut up. Will you please listen to the words I'm saying? Shut up. We're tired of hearing it. Shut up. Get out of my phone. Get out of it. Right here. Dated February 9th. We could take all our money and get her kicked out for non-payment. Except it's COVID moratorium, so we'll have to go for the smoking angle. And that's before, and this is after, on the 15th. Smoking. Got caught. And then my ex-husband. We went over all that. I'm telling him, remember when I told you he was threatening me with false arrest, then he did it? You really think I should go back to Texas? It's dangerous. I don't care. I'm going to pay for one. I'm going to change it from I'll pay for a week to I'll pay for one night. Because Charles called me and told me I'm not allowed to help you. You'll hunker down. They want you to go into DoorDash so they can get pictures of you to prove they're not stalking. You're going to go to work and do normal things normal people do. And they're going to take pictures of you while you do it. And they use that to say they're not stalking you. It's called a Hillbilly cover-up. You don't take pictures of somebody. You live in Texas. I live in Oklahoma. I'm just doing normal things, not bothering you to be in working. You're having somebody go where I am in Oklahoma and to take pictures of me to prove you're not stalking me. You're shitting us with that, right? Causing a conflict between my family that wouldn't have happened had you not caused the conflict. Same thing with my older son. And then my younger son's using my granddaughter as bait. You see the grandkid you have? Nobody said anything to me about her when they were pregnant. When she was born, this kid looks about 3 months old. Maybe she's 5. I don't even know. You can't see her unless you lie for them. Yep. Here's what I'm going to do instead. I'm going to fight harder than ever to get you in jail with these guys helping me. They gave me what you just said. All that. Right? Concerted effort to get her kid that. I'm going to those guys that got me that McNamara email and everything else you've said every day, including this morning. We can't kidnap her. We can't kill her. Not right now. We'll have to wait till the dust settles and try again. Those guys, so that she doesn't have to live with you in her life because you call her dad all the time. Or is your mom and dad talking to Little John helping them? Is that who's doing this? My son's like, I mean, you guys got all wiretaps on you or something, I guess. Right? I'm not told all the details about that. I'm gonna be just put 2 and 2 together and say probably that's what's going on. So, I mean, you think they wouldn't record you talking to Tristan? Is it your mom, dad talking? Is your dad helping her? Is Little John helping her? He's like, no, they're not talking. I've told you and told you and told you. I'm repeating myself. They're not talking. Yeah. She's going to be able to not have to deal with that. My ex-husband did. I'm like, I mean, this is a conflict here. It didn't need to happen. It wouldn't happen if you weren't around. So you think we want you to come? You're shitting us with that, right? Nope. Since 2014, what have I said? Leave me the fuck alone. When I sent that email to him, before I sent that email to him, I told Ben Campbell I'll sign an NDA, and I won't say another word about this, but he has to fucking leave me the fuck alone. I never want to hear from him again. So there was chance number 1 you blew for your cover-up. You never have a chance of a date. You don't have a chance of a date. Mark that off the list. Never going to happen. I don't date prissies. Okay? I might be friends with a trans, an all-out trans. But I'm not going to date a man who goes around all girled up and coward and pussy and won't, treat people right. It won't treat people right. If someone's gay, go be gay. If someone's a trans, go be a trans. I'm not going to date them. There's not going to be a date. All right? So you want to do your thing. You're sexually frustrated or whatever because you've been living a pretend life or whatever. It's not my problem, and you're making it my problem. Sex crimes. I'm reading the book. It's crime causation. It's crime causation. I have a lot of friends that are gay. I have a lot of friends that are trans, and they don't act like you. They do not go around hurting people. So it's different when it gets into that part. When all of a sudden that sex, whatever you have going on with you, that strange-o, deviant, is being used as an excuse to fail and hurt people like BTK. So when you say you're coming and you start threatening me and you want to talk, I've said no. I don't want you here. I moved twice to get away from you. I moved twice to get away from your problems and your drama. I've done absolutely everything I could do to avoid a fight and a conflict. And you're coming here and you're causing division in my family. You're causing conflict in my family. You're causing financial problems for me, trying to coerce me to lie. And I said no. No means no. Fuck off. And when you take something from me, they take something from you. I told you to fix what you broke and get out, or it'll be done for you. It's not up to you. When we get this stuff, sir, when I'm quoting you verbatim, it is not up to you, is it? They'll do it for you. They will fucking do it for you. And you will not like how they do it. It's a Pottery Barn thing. You fix it, you break it, you fix it. It's kind of expected.
You're filming my father and my fucking sister. How does this make you feel?
Is that the one that put all those scratches on your arm? You want to see the
scratches?
I got scratches. I can show you the pictures right now.
No, I want you to leave my family fucking alone.
Keep hanging outside of there.
Hit the road. Dude, I promise you, you're gonna get yours and you're gonna
I don't
get
give a
it
fuck.
good.
You can bring whoever the fuck you want.
That's okay.
He doesn't even fucking make sense. But he does say that I'm stalking you, so I got pictures. Yeah. So, when you do the fucking, hang on. Okay, there's this guy's DoorDash diaries, and then the other one on the, hang on.
Adding that is saying, I'm going to take some.
Look, algorithm. You can't get me as a driver for your buddy to get my picture on his doorbell camera without hacking. It's all chosen on algorithm. It's all chosen on algorithm. One thing that doesn't ever happen, I mean, last night, I'm making pretty good money. I'm doing pretty good. All of a sudden, there's an hour I'm just waiting, and then I get crap order after crap order after crap. That's what Perry does when he thinks I've made enough money. Gonna starve me into a lie. I'm gonna take your steak, and here's your canned food, so I can say I gave, like Hitler. I took away all these the Jewish people's homes and their businesses, and I put them in the ghetto. They had a place to live. Once a week, I gave them a biscuit. You're that sick and twisted. You're that fucking sick and twisted. And so you've turned a lot of people against you, but you don't have problems getting information about what you just said and your next crime and your next threat. Because we've been talking about you trying to starve me back to Texas for well over a year, sir. The recordings about the yellow brick road and the bus pass and the take her car in her home and get her a bus pass. Tell her she can't come back to Oklahoma. It's not up to you. And the fact that I have that ought to show you it is not up to you. It is not up to you. Butt out. You're going to give it back and you're going to get out, or they'll do it for you through the legal process, like restitution, civil claims after. You've given us a whole bunch of new causes of action against you, Mr. Perry. You owe me $1,000 a day for watching me in the privacy of my home and using my body for your entertainment and for profit, plus $2,000 a day because you did it without my consent, and any intelligent businessman would foresee civil and criminal liability and get a fucking contract signed. With whoever he's going to do that to, they have to agree to it, they have to get paid for it. You're a freeloader, aren't you? All of you are. You fuck off me. Fuck off me. Fix it, or it'll be done for you. Same way you're quoted, you won't like it. And don't tell us you don't like getting caught, because there's no damn way you do the same thing every day that gives you that result exactly for 7 years, every fucking day, if you don't like getting told on. Nothing else has come from what you do all day but that. So don't sit there and tell us you don't like that. You have to like that. Part of you is as disgusted with yourself as everybody else is. And you want to be stopped as much as everybody else wants you to stop. You just can't. You can't control yourself, can you? Stay away from my family.
Leave me here. Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
No. Just talk
Leave
to
me
me.
alone.
No, I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes and
No,
I'll leave you alone.
0 minutes.
They're ramping things up because they're sick of hearing me talk like that, screaming and yelling, get away from me. My guys want to hear me laugh again and be able to enjoy life again and be successful at things like I've always been. And without you coming around and fucking it up. Fix what you broke and get the fuck out. Or they'll do it for you. That's the choice you have. You do it or they do it. Alright? They'll do it for you. You're going to get the fuck out of my life. If nothing else happens, that's going to happen.